Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into a crypto exchange that, kind of marches to the beat of its own drum, Gemini. This is a platform that was built from the very beginning with regulation and trust as its main ingredients. So let's see what makes it so different. Just think about this for a second. What if a crypto exchange wasn't built like some risky fly-by-night startup, but was actually designed with the same rules and security you'd expect from your regular bank? Well, that's the exact question Gemini set out to answer, and honestly, it pretty much explains their entire philosophy.
Alright, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We'll start by figuring out what makes Gemini unique. Then, we'll get into its founders and their whole mission. After that, it's a deep dive into security, and I mean deep. Then we'll cover how you actually use the thing, and finally, we'll wrap it all up to help you decide if it's the right choice for you.
Okay, let's kick things off with the big question. In this crowded world of crypto exchanges, what exactly is Gemini?
So, at its core, Gemini is a place to buy, sell, and store crypto. Simple enough. But the two words you really need to pay attention to here are US-based and regulated. They started way back in 2014, which is like ancient history in crypto years, and their whole plan from day one was to play inside the financial rules, not try to get around them.
And you really can't understand Gemini without understanding the people who built it, and more importantly, why they built it. Their background is totally key to the company's entire identity.
The founders? They're Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss. Now, you might recognize that name from the whole Facebook story, but in the crypto universe, they're legends, some of the earliest and biggest believers in Bitcoin. And because they came from this world of law and finance, they just had a completely different mindset when it came to building an exchange. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. You had all these other exchanges popping up, chasing hype, moving super fast, sometimes breaking things. A lot of them were based offshore to kind of avoid the rules. Gemini went in the exact opposite direction. They purposefully set up shop in the US and decided to build slowly, like a real financial institution, with the goal of earning long-term trust.
And this was their mission. It wasn't just about creating another trading platform. The goal was much bigger: to build a safe, sturdy bridge that could connect the old world of traditional finance with this new, exciting world of crypto. So, that mission leads us directly to Gemini's biggest selling point: their almost fanatical focus on security. Seriously, they've built what is basically a fortress in the crypto space. And these aren't just buzzwords. SOC certification? That means they passed a grueling outside audit of their security. Cold storage? That means most of the crypto isn't even connected to the internet. It's an offline digital vault, kind of like a bank keeping gold in a physical vault. And KYC and AML checks, that's the same stuff your bank does to make sure you are who you say you are. They even have insurance on the small amount of funds kept online for quick trading. And this is the real kicker. Gemini is regulated by the New York State Department of Financial Services. We're talking one of the toughest, most demanding financial regulators on the planet. This is a huge deal, and it's super rare in crypto. It forces them to operate at an incredibly high standard. Okay, so we get the foundation of trust and security. That's all great. But what's it actually like to use it? Let's take a look at the tools you get. Getting started is really pretty simple, not much different from opening any other financial account online. You create your account, you do that verification we just talked about, link up your bank account, and boom, you're ready to go. Now, what's really smart is that Gemini actually has two different platforms for two different kinds of users. For most of us, the regular Gemini app is perfect. It's super clean, really easy to use for just buying and selling. But if you're a more serious trader, they have Active Trader. That's where you'll find all the advanced charts, different order types, and lower fees. So it really works for everyone. And here is that whole bridge idea in action: the Gemini credit card. It works just like any other card, but instead of earning points or cash back, you earn your rewards in crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum. And the coolest part? The rewards hit your Gemini account pretty much instantly after you swipe the card.
All right, we've covered what Gemini is, the philosophy behind it, and the tools it offers. So now we get to the most important part: putting it all together. Is this the right crypto exchange for you? But before we get to the final pros and cons, let's tackle something you might hear people talking about online: withdrawal times. Some folks notice that moving assets out can sometimes take a little while, and it's really important to understand why that might happen. And here's the key thing to remember: those delays are often a feature, not a bug. It's a direct result of that security-first approach. They're running all these intense checks in the background to make absolutely sure it's really you making the withdrawal. So yeah, you're trading a little bit of speed for a whole lot more security.
Okay, so here it is, the balanced view. On the plus side, you're getting world-class security and compliance. It's US-based and regulated, it's easy for beginners, and it's trusted by big financial institutions. Now for the cons. All that security and regulation costs money, which means the fees can be a bit higher than on other platforms. You're basically paying a premium for that peace of mind. They also list fewer coins than some of the big global exchanges, and some users report that customer service can be a little slow.
So when you put it all together, who is Gemini really for? Well, it's perfect for beginners who want a really safe and simple way to get into crypto. It's also great for long-term investors, the buy and hold crowd, who care way more about safety than they do about saving a few bucks on fees. Basically, if you value trust and regulation above all else, Gemini was built for you.
And that brings us to one last really interesting question to think about. Years ago, Gemini made a huge bet that the future of crypto would look a lot more like traditional finance. You know, secure, compliant, regulated. As the whole crypto world grows up, you have to wonder, is their approach just one way of doing things, or is it the actual blueprint for where every major exchange is eventually going to end up? Definitely something to